You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. Heather King is suing Julia Thomas in the amount of $2,300. Ms. King claims Ms. Thomas pressured her to put her cell phone in a phone stack during their dinner, which led to a broken phone and a lost job. Ms. Thomas claims she was just trying to have a peaceful dinner with Ms. King and is not responsible for the accident or the plaintiff getting fired.
In the matter of Heather King versus Julia Thomas, Ms. King is suing Miss Thomas for $2,300 for wage loss and damage to one of those wonderful little creatures called a smartphone.
We're back with the case of Heather King, who is suing Julia Thomas for property damage and lost wages.
Your idea to phone stack, right?
Right.
Your insistence to phone stack.
Well,
Based upon what I read in the pre-case, you're the leader of this pack. And everybody follows your lead.
I am the one who organized the dinner, but all of our other friends were saying that Heather should finally put her phone down and pay attention to the people she was with. Since she wasn't going to have to report to her boss for several hours, she should have some time to herself. The wine tipping over is an accident. Things happen. When you're putting your phone in the center of a table, you know there's food, there's drink, anything could happen.
But you know that, and it's your rule to put it in the center of the table.
Right.
You have an accident, damage her phone. She doesn't have a phone, doesn't have a job, and you think it's just an accident.
Right,
Because you should have had it on the top.
because things happen.
So if you had damaged Mary's phone or Susie's phone or any of the other person's phone that had been on top, you would have had the same feeling?
No, because I think they're all reasonable people and we wouldn't be in the courtroom right now because they would have known that things happen to phones, they would have had a warranty on it, or they would have sucked up the cost and realized that it was their mistake to not insure something so important to them.
Well, I'm going to let you suck up this cost. It's your mistake not to spill wine. It's your mistake not to be careful since you do things so perfectly all the time and hold your glass in a manner such that you don't spill it on the phone because you know all those phones are there.
I should not be responsible for
Well,
3
maybe you
weeks of
think
her
that you
pay.
shouldn't be, but I
For
disagree.
3 weeks of her pay?
Well, are you going to pay for that phone?
Judge Mablean's verdict when Justice with Judge Mablean returns.
That was an accident. And when things are an accident, sometimes you have to pay for it.
Well,
if I have an accident and break something at someone's house, usually I'll replace it. That's what most reasonable people
We
do.
tried
If
to
I
remedy
break your glass, I'm going to replace it.
Your Honor, we tried to remedy the situation. I offered to drive her to get to the new store to get a phone.
That means she got to pay for a new phone. That
We
doesn't
told
change
her,
that.
well, we also told her that she could either check her voicemail from our phones or if she could send her boss an email from
Okay,
our phone.
here's what you are. You want things done your way. You had the accident and spilled it and caused the damage to her phone. You pay for that.
But I'm not paying for 3 weeks that she went
Oh, you know
without
what? I wasn't going to order you to do it, but now that you're telling me what you're not going to do, yes, you are. Pay that too. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Judge Mablean has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $2,300.
I'm sorry it had to come to this, but you knew what that job meant to me.
I'm glad you lost your job. You didn't have a life, and now you'll have one, but I won't be in it.